Hi there. Thanks for joining us for Together. I'm Karen Leigh. For the next 30 minutes, we're going to showcase some amazing people. They're coming together to offer support to neighbors, friends, whomever needs them. They're making our community better. Well, many times we hear about these stories thanks to you, our viewer, and we can't wait to share them with you. First is a story we report on way too often, someone getting scammed by a contractor. But in this case, we've got good news to share. As Dylan Thomas explains, the community came together to clean up the mess the scammers left behind.
Martha Cicedo hasn't slept in her own bed in almost 2 years.
We have been living with relatives because we haven't had a home.
But not for much longer.
We drive by here every single day with my mom and my kids, and I said, look, there's work getting done. We're going to be here soon.
Volunteers are finishing the work a scammer started.
To me, it's important to let people know that there's honest guys out there.
We'll introduce you to just some of the people who are helping coming up on Together.
Well, we report on it almost all the time these days, and it's alarming, especially if you're a parent like me. Vaping is rising at an alarming rate. It's hurting the teenagers in our state. Well, Tobacco Free 303 is an organization that's working to stop this trend. Kathy Walsh shows us how it's teaming up with kids and parents to spread a really important message.
Abby Hurler is a junior at Thunder Ridge High School. She sees teens vaping all the time.
They just think it's a cool thing to do, so they all decide to do it.
But Abby says it's not cool.
One Juul pod is worth 20 cigarettes. I want my friends and my peers to realize how bad it is.
Abby is working to share her knowledge, how she's teaming up with her brother and her mother to do it.
One man's trash is another man's treasure. You've heard that popular saying before, but it's also an important lesson. And students in Grand County are learning that firsthand, as Matt Kroschel discovered.
Malik Simpson hasn't had much experience with boats until now.
It got too rough, so now I'm sanding it all off, that way it becomes smooth.
He's refurbishing an old boat that would otherwise be thrown away, and for him, it's a good change of pace from the classroom.
I was always getting kicked out of class.
We'll tell you about this one-of-a-kind partnership that's helping students like Malik.
If I didn't come out here, I would have no clue what a Glenell was or anything about boats.
That's later on Together.
That's awesome. Well, it is graduation season, and one student at Douglas County High School was pretty down when she realized that she would not be able to walk with her class. But her friends came up with an idea. They would bring the ceremony to her hospital room. Kelly Worthman talked to the graduate.
I was like, just let me go, I want to go.
Grace Bradley should be walking at her graduation. Instead, she's stuck sitting in a hospital bed.
I felt like that was kind of robbed from me.
And her friends out braving the cold for the Douglas High School commencement felt that too.
Actually, Elizabeth looks at me and goes, it just hit me that Grace isn't here.
So Taylor, Haley, and Elizabeth brought the graduation ceremony to Grace. Seeing her friends in their cap and gowns, Grace couldn't help but cry.
Just seeing them made me so proud of them.
And there wasn't a dry eye in the room as the DC High principal and vice principal made the surprise ceremony official.
Grace Olivia Bradley,
giving Grace her hard-earned high school diploma.
That was like the most special thing, doing something for someone who means so much to you.
The special surprise means the world to Grace.
I was really blessed with a good school and a good community.
And as the community continues to share this now viral video, the recovering teen has a message to anyone who sees it.
I would want people to know that my face is not that fat.
Grace, you're beautiful. Oh, my goodness gracious. I love this story for so many reasons. I love that everybody came together for her. So let's talk about what landed her in the hospital. What happened to her?
Well, you kind of heard her joke about how she wants people to know her face is not really that fat. Well, so she was a little bloated, she says, because she was on a lot of antibiotics. That we interviewed her in the middle of the week, and it was earlier in the week, or over the weekend rather, when she was having some really bad headaches. They were migraines, she said, that medicine was not helping, sleep wasn't helping. And after a couple of days, her parents took her to the hospital. Eventually, she went to the ER, and doctors were able to determine that she had a type of infection. So obviously that was very scary, and they wanted to keep her in the hospital, and it just so happened that she was going to miss her graduation. So certainly heartbreaking for her.
Yeah, it coincided with that. Such an important part of her life. Well, how did she feel when all of her friends came in there, knowing that everyone came together to do this for her?
Well, you know, it's so funny. So her mom kind of had an idea, but she wasn't going to let Grace know.
Okay.
So when Grace saw her friends walk through the room, I mean, you heard her say it and you saw the tears that came out of her eyes. She was just so happy for her friends. You know, she said it was so beautiful to see them in their cap and gowns, but then, you know, when she got her own and she had her own cap on and then her principal announced her name, I mean, she just was so overwhelmed. It was one of those things where it was really awesome to be with her friends. It was a little mixed emotions because she still wanted to be with the rest of her class, but it was pretty powerful.
What's next for her? What does she want to do now? What does she want to be?
Yeah, well, that's what's so inspiring. You know, she's been through so much, and I know she felt a little down about, she said she didn't really feel like a real senior that got to graduate, but she's already looking forward to the next chapter of her life. She's joining the Air Force.
Oh my gosh, fantastic.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
It's very cool.
Yeah. Well, Kelly, thank you for introducing us to her.
Yeah, of
Beautiful
course.
story. Well, a Denver police officer is awarded for coming together for her community. Officer Alicia Harris was recognized for helping a homeless man reconnect with his out-of-state family. She tracked them down and arranged a reunion. And then thanks to her helping out, that man is no longer homeless. He now lives with his sister in Washington State.
Being on a homeless outreach team, that's what we do. I mean, it's not as much enforcement as it is outreach and getting them connected and getting them, seeing them, you know, succeed from homelessness.
Two other officers were also recognized on that day. Tara Moxon and David Feltz improved the safety of kids and staff members at a facility for at-risk children. A woman in Denver's Swansea neighborhood spent years saving to renovate her childhood home. Well, once she reached her goal, she hired a contractor to do thousands of dollars worth of repairs. But then he walked out on her. Luckily, local businesses came together to clean up the mess that scammer left behind. The homeowner told our Dylan Thomas it was like someone answered her prayers.
For the first time in 2 years.
Memories. I grew up here with all my siblings.
Walking in this gutted home is actually a joy for Martha Cisetto.
That window was my room.
2 years ago, she paid a contractor more than $50,000 to gut her home and add on to it. The contractor followed through on gutting it, but never returned for the addition.
Almost 2 years and 2 months that we have been living with relatives.
Left hopeless and homeless, Cisetto cried for help, and her prayers were answered.
They got robbed.
Eric Semmingson and Aloha Builders joined forces with many local companies to complete the job free of charge to the family.
It has been about 2 months, and I got about 90% of the house donated already.
We really value helping people, and that's what this was all about. It's a feel-good project for me.
From landscapers to plumbers and electricians, Coloradans came together to help make this house once again a home.
We drive by here every single day with my mom and my kids, and I said, look, there's work getting done. We're going to be here soon.
While volunteers work to complete the project.
To me, it's important to let people know that there's honest guys out there.
It's a fast-paced world. I think it's nice to stop and care about one another when we get a chance.
Cisetto says the community has restored her faith in humanity.
It's going to be a lot of happiness, a lot of joy.
And we can't wait to see it when it's all done. Martha says when this project is complete in just a couple months, she plans to throw a big party for the countless people who have helped her out. She said it is her small way of saying thanks. CBS4 dedicated to celebrating our students. That's why we have the Future Leader Award. Coming up next on Together, we're going to introduce you to this month's inspiring winner, how his inventions are helping farmers out on the Eastern Plains.
Together with Karen Leigh, sponsored by Canvas Credit Union. We're Canvas, and we've got you covered, Colorado. Go live.
Every month, CBS4 honors a high school student who is excelling in science, technology, engineering, and math. Lauren Whitney is here now to tell us about our newest future leader. This is always exciting to meet these young people.
It really is. And Tate Schrock lives on a farm in Anton, Colorado. I met him and his family, and they are so delightful. And Tate is all about engineering solutions to agricultural problems.
This looks like a briefcase full of wires. What is going on in here?
Yeah, so this is my Agriculture Soil Probe Rover control box.
The box controls the rover takes the soil samples.
And it will go out, drive throughout your field, take samples throughout multiple different places in your field, collect those samples, put them into trays, and drive back to you.
Through several prototypes and a lot of trial and error, Tate Schrock invented the Rover to save time and energy.
It'll allow farmers to better analyze their soil and apply the best nutrients for growing the best crops.
It's that kind of problem solving that drives Tate. He lives on a farm on the Eastern Plains. His family raises cattle and grows corn and wheat.
It's very rural, and resources are pretty limited for what we can do for education. And because of that, I've kind of reached out and asked many different people if they can help.
One of those people is Greg Kennedy at STEM Highlands Ranch. Kennedy connected Tate to the robotics team there.
The FRC team actually introduced me to a Spark Fun robotics competition. Their team up there was headed by Kendrick Castillo, and he really helped me a lot in trying to kickstart my own.
Now Tate and his friends build their own battle bots.
So Tate, you were just at an international competition in Phoenix. What was it like to compete, and how did you do?
It was quite fun. I was in engineering mechanics division, and there I got second place throughout the entire division.
The 15-year-old turned half of his bedroom into a workshop where he dreams up and works out the kinks for all of his creations.
I'll plan on making multiple different inventions and products to help relieve the labor necessary for farmers like our family farm.
Well, congratulations to Tate for being our newest future leader. You can see profiles of other winners on our website, cbsdenver.com, and that's also where you can go to nominate a student of your own.
Yeah, I love seeing you out there and meeting with these young people and highlighting them because they're just really amazing and they're so smart and coming up with so many things. What else does Tate want to do, or what else does he have on his plate? I'm sure he's got a lot of things cooking.
He's tinkering with all kinds of stuff. Something that's really neat, he also works at the feed store in Anton, and he's working on something to help weigh, measure, and mix. Usually have to do that all by hand for the different kinds of feed that you need for all the different animals, and so he's finding a way to mix it mechanically, weigh it, and then get it out there faster, so it's a little less labor intensive.
We're going to hear a lot about him, I think.
Yes, a lot of farmers out east are going to be happy for him.
Yeah, right. Thank you, Lauren. Well, still to come on Together, talk about getting out of your comfort zone. An attorney and a police officer come together on the dance floor for a good cause. Who this dance-off supports. Coming up on this week's Together for Colorado calendar, on Wednesday, the River Network is looking for volunteers to clean up a creek in Boulder. Thursday, it's the Summer Soiree in Loveland. The concert and fundraiser benefits the food bank for Larimer County. On Saturday, it is the South Pearl Brewgrass Festival, where you can enjoy fun music and craft beers all afternoon. Find more information on these events by visiting the Together for Colorado section of cbsdenver.com. Well, it is not uncommon to see police officers and city attorneys cross paths, but you usually don't see it happen on the dance floor. But on this day, the Fort Collins marijuana enforcement officer and the assistant DA were in the ballroom. This dance-off benefited the Police Benevolent Fund. That money supports first responder families in need like the Clows. Their daughter, Peyton, has mounting medical bills as she waits for an organ transplant in Ohio.
It pays sometimes for our rent, sometimes for airfare. We probably couldn't have survived without their help.
This is just one of many fundraisers first responders host. Others include ice hockey games and some boxing matches. Well, teens and parents are taking to the airwaves to fight a serious issue here in our state. I'm talking about the youth vaping epidemic. The Tobacco Free 303 campaign is working to highlight the risk of addiction through a series of public service announcements. As Kathy Walsh found out, the group hopes hearing from peers will make a bigger impact.
Cigarettes have gone up in a puff of smoke in high schools, but teen vaping is skyrocketing. A CDC report shows Colorado is #1 among 37 surveyed states.
In Douglas County School District, 1 in 2 high school seniors are using vape products.
I see a ton of kids using them in class, bathrooms, just in school in general.
Chris Hurler is a freshman at Thunder Ridge High in Douglas County. His sister Abby is a junior.
And a lot of teenagers don't realize how addicting it is to them.
The Hurlers are part of a youth coalition. With mom Adrian, fighting youth vaping is a family affair.
A couple years ago, I knew nothing.
Now, the Hurlers are educating the public about the dangers of vaping by appearing in public service announcements.
High school is hard.
I sent an embarrassing Snapchat to the person I like.
Teens talk about stresses other teens can relate to and encourage kids who vape to quit.
At least I don't have a nicotine addiction to a flash drive.
Parents explain the seriousness.
One vape pod can have as much nicotine as 20 cigarettes.
Taylor Roberts of Tri-County Health hopes the PSAs shift the discussion.
We can find a solution.
Get educated, get involved. Visit tobaccofree303.org.
What a great effort. The videos also work to combat advertising from the vaping industry that makes it seem like it is a safe alternative to smoking. Doctors say there are many unknowns already about vaping, and that includes how it affects health over the long term. Coming up next on Together, a fitting tribute for an Adams County deputy who was gunned down on the job, how an airline helped honor Micah Flick. In Greene County, students are learning new skills while helping the environment at the same time. Instead of old sailboats getting trashed, the kids are getting to refurbish them. Our Matt Kroschel got to see them in action.
With every movement,
it got too rough. So now I'm sanding it all off, that way it becomes smooth.
what was wrong is made right.
If I didn't come out here, I would have no clue what a Glenell was or anything about boats at all.
Malik Simpson has a hard time focusing on schoolwork inside a classroom.
And I personally have ADHD, and I was always getting kicked out of class for being disruptive. But here, you know, they work with you with your issues, and it's a good place.
The future of the America's Cup.
The nonprofit Rocky Mountain Wooden Boat School is partnering with local schools to bring these students here.
It's fun to work with the kids. It's a challenge.
To learn skills they could use for life.
And so we want to get them, teach them to sail it, operate it, maintain it.
It's the community donating boats for projects like this.
Actually, you look here and every one of these boats have been donated.
They're all really good, really nice people, and they're very generous with their time.
It's not just about the boats.
Give these kids an opportunity to learn craft skills, be exposed to different things.
It's about the teamwork. It's about the self-worth.
I like to think of my kids, I want to see them, their futures, you know, and I want to follow their future.
It's taking what was old and broken and making it better.
And they learn so much about themselves. I just love that. Well, once these students finish up the boat, they will get out on the lake and learn to sail it. Well, every year, hundreds of police officers nationwide suit up for a 230-mile bicycle ride. It's called the Police Unity Tour. Officers ride from New Jersey to the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial in Washington, D.C. Loveland Police Sergeant Phil Metzler took part. He rode in honor of his brother, Dallas Police Officer Patrick Metzler, who was killed in the line of duty in 2002. Officer Metzler was just one of several Colorado officers who took part in this year's ride. This year, 7 Colorado officers' names were added to the National Law Enforcement Memorial in D.C. That included El Paso County Deputy Micah Flick and Adams County Deputy Heath Gum. Southwest Airlines honored his memory on the flight from Denver to D.C. They changed the flight number to Deputy Gum's call sign and placed flags in every seat. The Adams County Sheriff's Office sent a large delegation to D.C. for that memorial. They wanted to make sure to honor Deputy Gum in every way that they could. Well, thank you for joining us on Together today. I hope to see you again next week with more stories from your community. Until then, we take you to Fort Logan National Cemetery for a tribute to our fallen veterans from this Memorial Day.